What's up, MEGO fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, we got another fun one for you. A Biff Bang Pow exclusive. Today we bring you the Twilight Zone. The Alien. From another cool... Let's bring this guy in. From another cool episode of Twilight Zone called Hocus Pocus and Mr. Frisbee from 1962. This particular episode was about a guy that owned a old market store, gas station market store. Those old type of stores back in the day in the countryside. And he would sit around with his buddies that came into the store to just talk. But Mr. Frisbee was a guy that, as we say, used to say, stretched the truth a lot. I mean, he told stories of, him being in a war and all these other outlandish, tales of, heroics, and just saving the day and being the smartest guy and helping, people out and all just very outlandish. So his friends kind of knew he was stretching the truth a little bit, but they wanted to have fun with it, so they just allowed it to go on and on and on. But the problem with that, though, is that aliens were monitoring Mr. Frisbee. So they, in their mind, thought that Mr. Frisbee was the elite human being on the planet, the smartest, the best human being on the planet. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to take Mr. Frisbee back to their planet. And it's kind of like that old story where the boy cries wolf. So this is how the alien looked in his natural form. He didn't appear to Mr. Frisbee like this until at the very end of the movie. He wore a human mask, so he looked just like a regular human being. As you can see, Biff Bang Pow did a phenomenal job on the... let me see if we can get this guy in a little closer for you. There we go. Our new staging area here. But Biff Bang Pow did a phenomenal job on this head sculpt, on this alien head sculpt. Beautifully done. It looks just like the alien from the exact episode. Clothes and everything. And as we talked before with our last Twilight Zone episode, that review we did, Biff Bang Pow set the entire figure up as though you're viewing this action figure as if it's in black and white, because that's how all the Twilight Zone TV shows were broadcast back then in the early 60s, late 50s, early 60s. They were all broadcasted in black and white. So the Biff Bang Pow put their own little flavor to these figures and made them in this black and white type of a form or shade, if you will. Dark grays, light grays, silvers, blacks, off grays. As you can see, everything is done. Somebody asked me, "Are you shooting in black and white?" And no, I'm not shooting in black and white. This is how the figure actually appears. And I thought that was such a cool concept to add to these figures, to make them look like they were being broadcasted in black and white. And it's just a beautiful job that Biff Bang Pow did on these figures. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is what we do. I'm on vacation, so I'm hanging out in my museum here we take requests. We want to welcome all of our new subscribers. Thank all of our old subscribers. And for you to just visiting and stopping by, please like and subscribe. This is what we're all about. All about fun. Here's some pictures of the other figures. Now we're going to be adding to our Twilight Zone collection here at the museum. You saw the Cyclops one. We did a video on the Cyclops one a few days ago. And there's some more of these figures that we're going to be adding to our collection. These guys are still available. We got ours from Entertainment Earth. We do a lot of business with Entertainment Earth. And they're just an excellent toy website. You're getting good quality from those guys. They take their collecting very seriously. And as you can see, this is a C10 museum example of this figure. Beautifully done. Let's turn this guy around. This is from Series 6. As you can see, let's get you a blown out shot here. Look at all the figures that are available. The Gremlin is one that we really are looking for. Jason Foster is another one. And the Canonment is another one. Not to mention the Devil. But those are some of the hardest ones to find. But that's the fun part about being a collector. You know, that's the fun part about being a collector. I don't care how big your collection is, how many action figures you have. There's always something out there that's your holy grail, or that's something that's on your wish list. And as a collector, that's the fun part about it. It's the thrill of the hunt. I mean, I have a huge, massive collection, toy collection. But there's still stuff out there that I'm looking for and I would love to add to my museum collection. And that's just the whole charm of it. Let's get you a year here. It's 2012. Biff Bang Pow and teamed up with EMC Toys to make these beautiful, beautiful figures. And you have a huge roster of figures to really choose from. And there's no shortage there. Guys, what do you think about our Alien Twilight Zone figure from Hocus Pocus and Mr. Frisbee episode? Do you have this guy? Do you like this guy? We would like to know all of that. Leave your comments in the comment section right underneath this video. As you can see, this is not really made for kids. And you see here, it says ages 14 and up. A lot of these newer 8-inch action figures are geared towards collectors. And here at M.I.B. Master Museum, we don't take anything out of the box. We don't remove anything off the card. All of these figures are for historical purposes and for just to enlighten people about how these figures were made, how they were packaged, because the packaging tells its own story. So we find it from time to time necessary to kind of share that with viewers that are just stopping by and checking out the channel and stuff, because a lot of people want to know how you don't take anything out, why, and things of that nature. These are gorgeous figures, and to destroy this box, I mean this card and bubble, just to take this guy out to pose him, we'll be destroying a piece of history, you know, in our minds here at M.I.B. Master Museum. So that's why we keep everything mint on card. Literally everything that we own is mint on card or mint in box. Everything. We literally are a museum in every sense of the word. So once again, this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous figure that we want to kind of share with you today. We'll be bringing more of these Twilight Zone figures to you to view. So definitely stay tuned. We have more action-packed videos right around the corner. With that being said, you know the routine, guys. God bless. And keep collecting.